It doesn't matter if you just finished a startup draft or you've been playing Dynasty for multiple years and this is just another off season for you. Don't fall victim to one of these things and blow up your Dynasty team this year just because you get trade happy, you've listened to the news or whatever it may be. Shut off Twitter, shut off the TV, listen in right now. We're going to get you through this offseason alive. Hey, what's going on, Headliner Nation? Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Fantasy Headliners and another Dynasty video for you. So the last Dynasty video I did was based around, doing a startup draft. What are some tips, some tricks, some advice for you, to dominate your startup draft. However, after the draft is done, or if you've been playing in Dynasty leagues for years, you have your off season every year where you can improve your team, make some trades, draft, whatever it may be. But right now is a little bit of a downtime for us. For those of you that play in Dynasty leagues, we're in the middle of a very dangerous time for Dynasty owners, and the reason that is because there's so much news, so much information, so many things going on around us, and we're so excited for the season to begin that we're just going to get out there and we're going to start doing a bunch of stuff. We want to make trades, we want to do all this. Don't do that. Okay, I'm here to give you some advice on what you should be doing this offseason to prepare for the 2019 fantasy football season so you can win your league this year. If you don't know who I am, I'm Kyle Richardson. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode. Before we get started, don't forget, we've got the Fantasy Headliners Draft Guide almost done. It is very, very close, on sale right now. You can pre-order it for $19.99. It will be available to you by the end of June. And we have some amazing things in there. Strength of schedule for full teams, for positions. Just did a bunch of vacated target information today. That's going to be up in there as well. Over 300 player profiles. We might be really close to 400 player profiles by the time this is all said and done. Video content, written content, sleepers, busts, buys, everything that you could want. Offensive line grades, everything that you could want from a draft guide. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to find a better deal, a better bang for your buck in the fantasy industry today than the Fantasy Headliners Draft Guide. So let's jump into it now and let's talk some Dynasty football. And the very first thing you see there from me, be patient. Be patient. It's a long off season, okay? We're excited for the season to get going again. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited, okay? But that doesn't mean go out and make a bunch of trades or do something just because you want to pass the time, okay? Trading in Dynasty leagues are fun. I love the trade. I trade all the time. However, be patient and let those trades come to you sometimes. I find that the best trades that I make are the ones in which that takes me a while. I know a lot of fantasy owners are like, no, I want to get a trade done. I want to go. Don't work with that person then. Tell them no. Tell them, no, I'm not going to work with you. I want to take my time. Touch base with people. Message them. Send emails. Don't send hard offers. If you're interested in a player, check in on that player. Try to find what that owner would like to have from your team. Maybe throw a couple of offers back and forth. And unless you get that feeling, that tingling feeling down in your loins that says to you, make this deal, smash that accept button. Unless you get that warm, fuzzy feeling on the inside, don't make the trade. Don't do it. Just hit decline. Whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. You have so much time during the off season. Be patient, okay? Don't be afraid to throw out your players to multiple owners as well. If someone reaches out to you and says, hey, really interested in Alvin Kamara, what would it take to get him? Give that person feedback and say, these are the guys that I'm interested in. What would you be able to offer? If you get an offer from that owner, say, you know what? I like it. If you don't mind, I'm going to check in with the rest of our league mates to see if anyone else has interest in trading for Kamara, and then open it up to everyone and say, hey, I might be moving Kamara soon. Anyone want to throw in any offers? Anyone have any interest in him? Create a bidding war, okay? This all is fair in fantasy football, okay? Create a bidding war. Let that owner know, hey, if you're really interested in Kamara, I'll work with you, man, woman, doesn't matter who. Hey, I'll work with you. However, I'm going to get the best deal for me, okay? And don't be afraid to go back to that person and say, hey, I got a really good deal elsewhere. I'm going to give you the opportunity to up it, though. What would you be willing to give me? Again, if it's not that trade that makes you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, makes your loins tingle and burn, well, if they're doing that, you might want to go see a doctor. But anyway, if it's not that feeling on the inside that I have won that trade, then don't do it. Be patient. Let trades come to you. Let other owners come to you. Don't hit that accept button unless you're feeling really good about that trade. Moving on to the next bit of information here, okay? Say no to training camp videos, all right? If you're an avid user of Twitter like I am, you're going to see training camp videos all of the time. I can't tell you how many Devontae Parker videos I have seen this offseason. Say no to Devontae Parker, just like you're saying no to training camp videos. Just push those aside. Anybody can look good in shorts, a t-shirt, pads, a helmet, not out there against the defense, just running some drills. Okay, if you see somebody make a great one-handed catch, aka Terrell Pryor from 2 years ago, it doesn't matter. That should not increase their value. DK Metcalf, we've seen some videos of him so far this year, and we knew he probably wouldn't be the best route runner, but we're seeing these videos where he's actually running routes and we're saying, oh man, he doesn't look good. Well, we've already factored that into his value. Don't knock his value even more just because you're seeing these training camp videos and he looks a little stiff running some routes. He's going to be a successful NFL wide receiver, but if you own him, don't say, oh man, I made the wrong pick, and then try to get rid of him. Don't do anything like that. Stick with him, okay? If another owner, however, is saying, I made the wrong pick, maybe go after him. But again, don't let these training camp videos do anything to get you going, to get you upset, or to get you excited about a player. This is all great that we're seeing these things, but these videos are not what win fantasy leagues, okay? So stay away from that. Don't overreact either. One of the biggest things that's being overreacted about right now is Todd Gurley and his knee. We've known for a while, we've known since last season that Todd Gurley might have some injury issues. We already knew that he had the ACL injury coming out of college. I mean, we've already known all of these things. So to sit here and say, oh yeah, he's got knee problems. If you're a Todd Gurley owner, don't overreact. Right now is the absolute worst time to sell him. Do not sell players when they are at their minimum value. I've been getting so many questions about Todd Gurley. Should I trade him? Should I move him? Should I do this? Should I do that? Unless you're getting a top 10 player in return, no, absolutely not. Don't sell Todd Gurley for a first-round pick next year and maybe like a David Montgomery and one other pieces. Don't do that. Don't trade him for rookies. Don't trade him for picks next year. You need to still be overwhelmed by an offer to you, okay? Don't overreact to all this news. Don't overreact to coach speak, okay? The Rams have said maybe we're going to lighten his load next year. Maybe he's not that workhorse back, that bell cow back that we've had in the future. Do you really think that one of the smartest coaches in the NFL is going to be telling his opponents in June that we are going to lighten Todd Gurley's workload? Do you really think that that's going to happen? It's not. They are not broadcasting to everybody right now that, hey, Todd Gurley isn't himself. We're going to be lightening his workload. Don't game plan for him as much as you have in the past. That's not true. It's not going to happen. Okay, if you have Todd Gurley, wait. Don't sell him right now. Wait until he has his first 100-yard rushing game or his first 100-yard total game in the season. Wait until the preseason. Wait until training camp. Wait until when we see him on the field and we say, man, Gurley looks healthy. He doesn't look nearly as injured as he thought he would, okay? Do not sell right now. Don't overreact to a lot of this talk. Don't overreact to coach speak. If you want to take it in as part of your analysis of your team and maybe making a move, that is fine. But don't let anything be the determining factor right now, because a lot of things are going on. A lot of things are happening that just aren't going to be true in a couple of months. Okay. Remember that rookies are also, not all rookies are generational talents, okay? So that word gets thrown around a lot. This guy is the next this person. This guy's compared to this person. It doesn't matter, okay? Keep all that out of your head. The last thing I want owners to do is to undervalue veterans because they're overvaluing rookies. A lot of times I'll see owners go out there and say, man, I really want 2 picks in the first round. I really want 3 picks in the first round. I really want this guy. I really want that guy. Oh, this guy landed in a nice place in the draft. Okay? Don't go out and start tossing around your veterans just to get extra picks for your rookie draft. Don't do it. Don't go out and start tossing around veterans. Like I just mentioned ago, the deal where I said a first round next year, and David Montgomery from Todd Gurley, that is an actual trade offer that I have seen. No. We haven't seen. I love David Montgomery. Don't get me wrong. He is going to be a very good football player, but we don't know. He hasn't been on an NFL field yet. We don't know where that first round pick is going to land next year. We don't know who you're going to take with that first round pick last year. Todd Gurley has been an absolute beast now in the NFL season for 2 years. Am I just going to walk away from him, from a top 5 player the last 2 years, because there's knee concerns right now? No. No, not because David Montgomery is being hyped as being a very good player, not because Josh Jacobs is being hyped as being a very good player, not because N'Keal Harry is being hyped, not because DK Metcalf is being hyped, or Miles Sanders, not because we're on Twitter right now and we see these guys talking about the 2020 draft being one of the best drafts of all time. No, throw all that out the window, okay? Don't go out there and over trade for rookies. Don't overvalue the rookies and undervalue your vets, okay? The only time that you should maybe do that is if you look at your team and say, man, I have a clunker. I have a really bad team. It's going to take a lot of work for me to start winning again. If that's the case, and you have some veterans on your team, maybe you do need to move them to start building up with some picks again. But you don't have to make that decision right this second. Wait a little bit longer. Wait until we get into training camp. If you have a really bad team and Todd Gurley is your only good player, don't sell him right now just because you know you're not going to win this year. Wait. Always get maximum value for your players all the time. Always get a maximum value, a maximum return for your players. There's no reason for you to sell players for less than what they're worth just because you're tired of hearing about them or upset with them. Nothing like that, okay? Always value your players where you feel they're going to be. Don't listen to other people. Don't listen to other guys in your leagues or other girls in your leagues that are trying to tell you, hey, this guy's not that good, okay? But I want him. Send him my way. I'll take him off your hands. Don't do that, okay? I hate those owners that do that, who send you a trade offer and then spend the entire time talking down about your players, okay? We're not going to do that, okay? Every rookie is not the next generational talent. Every rookie is not going to be the next big thing, okay? Take your proven commodities and put them to good use, all right? So those are just some tips, some tricks, some feedback about what you should be doing this offseason, what you should be looking for. Remember, be patient. Throw those training camp videos out of the way. Don't overreact to news. Okay, don't overreact to rookies. Don't overvalue rookies to undervalue your veterans. But what do? Do you play in a Dynasty League? If you play in a Dynasty League, what are some things that you typically say, you know what? This is what I'm going to be shooting for this offseason. What are some of those what is some of that advice that maybe you would give to a fantasy owner out there? And don't forget, if you're looking for a Dynasty League, DM me on Twitter at krich1532. I'm going to get you hooked up with a Dynasty League, hopefully. We'll take a look. I'll send you a link. You can get signed up, start looking for a Dynasty League, and we can get you in one this year. It doesn't matter if you've never played in one or you're looking for another one. We'll be able to help you out with that. Remember, my DMs are always open on Twitter, so feel free to shoot me any questions that you may have. Comment below as well. We're one of the most interactive videos, or one of the most interactive channels here on YouTube. So leave a comment below for us. We'll definitely respond. Hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. And if you've never been to Headliner Nation before, hit that follow button, become a part of Headliner Nation today, and let me know in the comments below so I can personally welcome you. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget, go buy your draft guide right now. Scroll down below, go to our website, thefantasyheadliners.com, purchase your draft guide for $19.99. Trust me, you are not going to be disappointed. Thanks so much again, and we'll see you on the next video.